What's good, y'all? It's Furious Stiles, and today I'm going to do an unboxing and a little test of the Ulanzi, I hope I'm saying that right, Ulanzi U Grip Pro. And this product basically falls into the category of stabilizers, which is something that you use for a camera or a camcorder to keep your footage from being too shaky. Let's check it out right after this. Alright, y'all, I got the package right here, and as you can see, I got it from Amazon. So let's get to it. Let's open it up. And here we are. Yeah, let's see. Let's get in here. We are over halfway there, ladies and gentlemen. Just slide it out. So, as you can see, it just has a picture of it with a light and a DSLR camera and also a microphone. So it shows you that up here at the top, as you can see, it's a triple shoe mount, and it has you some more descriptions on the back for us. Put this over here. And here's the real thing. Everything that it should have. It's got a nice little grip to it. This is kind of like a suede grip. And of course you got your triple shoe mounts on here. 1, 2, 3. And right here is obviously where we're going to screw the camera onto. And there you have it. It's got a good feel to it. It's pretty light. And one of the things that I think some people were concerned about is how plasticky, if you will, it might be. But honestly, this is a really good build. This is a very, very hard plastic. So it's not cheap by any means. It really isn't. So do not worry about that whatsoever, because this is it's light, but it's not cheap. This plastic is not cheap. It's pretty thick, pretty good quality, I'd say. So the only thing left to do is to give this thing a test. Of course, you can hold it like this. You can have your camera facing that way. Hold it like this. You can do it like that. And of course, you can do it like this. You see the triple shoe mount, cold shoe. Just kind of give you all a closer look. And underneath, the sound that you're hearing, of course, is what we're going to use to screw the camera on with. So I will be right back. All right, I grabbed my Sony A6400 just so you all could get a look at how to do this. So we are going to get a little closer here. And of course, we're just going to screw this on. And there you have it. Yeah. It's got a nice feel to it. I'm gonna give this another test. This has a flip up screen. So let me flip this screen up and then put this back on here and see if that'll actually fit underneath here. Let's try that out. There you have it. Get it on there nice and tight. Yeah. And not only do we have the flip screen up, but as I put my hand underneath here, I'm not even really touching the camera at all with the flip screen up. So as you hold this, I'm still not even really touching the camera with the flip screen up. But of course, you can always hold it from back here as well, you know. But I of course have got the grips up here, and this is the best way to do it. So If you have to have that flip screen up, like if you need to turn it around and have it on you like this, or if you need to set it up on a tripod and put a light on top of here, because obviously there are certain cameras. This camera, the Sony a6400, happens to have a hot shoe mount, but the camera that I'm actually filming with right now is the Canon M100, and that doesn't have a hot shoe mount or a cold shoe mount for that matter. And if I want to have a light sitting above the camera that I'm shooting on right now, I've got to put a light either on a tripod or basically put a light on a tripod and put it over the camera so I can have lighting for this camera. But with this, I can simply, just the way I have my Sony a6400 on here, I can grab my Canon M100, stick that on here and put the light right here, and then just like that, I've got some good lighting right over my camera. Yeah. Now my Sony is not charged up. To make things easy, I'm just gonna actually stick my Canon, the actual camera that I'm filming with right now, I'm gonna put that on here and put the light on here and see what kind of footage we get, see how much more stable we can make things with this. So let's check that out real quick. Be right back. All right, so here we are testing out the stabilizer. I've got the Neewer CN160 light that's sitting on the top cold shoe mount, and we're just going to give the stabilizer a test, see how stable the camera stays. And as you can see, I'll have my camera sitting on one tripod and I'll have the light on the other. But with this, I can actually screw this whole unit onto one tripod and have the light and the camera on the same tripod. Let's see if I can turn the light down, how stable it'll stay while I adjust the lighting a little bit. Okay. You gotta live by this right here, y'all. Live now, procrastinate later. Alright, so in this test, I've got the entire rig sitting on top of my tripod. And the rig, of course, consists of the U Grip, the Ulanzi U Grip, the Canon EOS M100, and a Neewer CN160 light. It's sitting on the top cold shoe mount. So I haven't had any issues having this sitting on top of the tripod. I've tilted the top section of the tripod down a little bit, I've tilted it back a little bit, and I haven't had any issues. But I would be very careful on how you adjust the top level of your tripod, because I guarantee you if you tilt it down too far or tilt it back too far, your tripod is probably going to fall. As far as the neck of the tripod goes, I've got it as high as it can go right now. I'm 6 feet tall, so in order to get a taller shot, I had to raise the neck all the way up, and there's been no issues there. I had the neck down way low earlier, no issues there. I'm pretty sure you should be able to adjust the legs as well, and you shouldn't have too many issues, other than if you make the legs too short. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna have to worry about your tripod falling over. So be careful with how you adjust the legs. I suggest just keeping the legs extended as much as possible, and to get your shorter shots or your taller shots, just raise and lower the neck of your tripod and do a little bit of tilting. You can tilt the top section of your tripod just a little bit, but don't do too much of that. Be very conservative and very careful with how you deal with that. So this is working out pretty well. Next test is to try out this rig on this mini tripod, and I'm not going to do any tilting forward or tilting back with this, because I'm pretty sure that that's not going to work out too well. But I at least want to see, can we put this on here and keep it straight and see how well that works out on a desk. So let's get to that right now. Alright, so this last test consists of me putting the entire rig on top of the mini tripod I just showed you all. And this seems to be working out just fine. The only thing that I would suggest is not tilting this tripod too much forward or too much backwards. But if you keep it flat, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Alright, so a few things to remember. Number one, I recommend this product. Why? Because it passed all of my tests. The first thing I did was I took a couple of different cameras, my Sony a6400 and my Canon EOS M100, and I put them on there on the U Grip just to see if they would fit, and they fit just fine. The other thing that I did was I took their touch screens and I put them in several different positions, and they were able to move around on the U Grip with no issues. So that worked out well. The next thing that I did is I actually walked around getting some footage, and I had my newer CN160 LED light on the top cold shoe mount, and I was able to get footage without it being too shaky, so that worked out well. And the next thing that I did was I put the entire rig on top of my regular size tripod and my mini tripod, and it worked out really well. So I definitely would recommend this product. It only costs $14.95 on Amazon. I will put a link in the description for this. Also, I'm going to put a link in the description for the tripods that I use, because I definitely do not recommend anyone using any cheap, flimsy tripods. I definitely recommend, if you want to use this rig, to use some heavier duty tripods, and you should have much success with that. So make sure that you all hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, go to furiousstiles.com, furiousstylesclothing.com, and on all social media, it's Furious Styles. I appreciate you all watching this video, and I will see you all soon. Peace. Furious.